Good morning, Gregory High. Coming to you live, it's Jonah Barney.
And I'm Janessa Mitchell. Today is March 23rd, 2018.
Today on JJTV, we bring you a story about a tragic loss of a longtime family pet.
Also, we're bringing you a story about the stressful journey of becoming teen parents.
All this and more on today's special edition of JJTV. Our first story is about a family of four that experienced a tragic loss in October of their longtime beloved dog, Andy. Andy, a dog of Yorkie breed, was very close to Jade, the middle sibling. This video deals with her and the emotional journey of dealing with Andy's passing and witnessing it firsthand.
Cutest little thing ever, and he just loved to give kisses and didn't really play that much, but he was a pretty cool dog.
He was a very good dog. He didn't get into stuff, he didn't chew on stuff. He was just a great dog all around.
It was my October break and my mom went to work that day and she put the dogs outside like she usually does, and I was still upstairs sleeping. I woke up to my phone ringing because my friend wanted to hang out because her class got canceled. So I texted her and said, yeah, sure, you come over. And I was cleaning up a little bit because she'd never seen the house before. And I went downstairs to answer the door because she got to my house. And I was showing her around, and I opened our sunroom door, which leads out to the pool. And I opened the door and I saw something floating by the waterfall. And I instantly knew that it was my dog because I couldn't find him, and it was pretty obvious that it was him. And in that moment, I literally just started bawling my eyes out. The door was locked and I couldn't unlock it because I couldn't think straight. And luckily, my friend was with me because she actually worked in a vet office, so that helped. But we got to the pool, we ran to where he was, and I couldn't even get him out because I was so traumatized. And I didn't even know what to do because I didn't know how long he was in there. I didn't know what happened. I didn't know anything. So my friend actually jumped in the pool, which was freezing at the time, and picked him up and started to perform CPR on him. And he started to foam at the mouth, so we thought that was a good sign. We thought that, okay, well, maybe he's okay, but his stomach was full of a ton of water.
At that point, I knew that he had probably passed away.
So they did CPR, they tried to shock his heart, they tried everything, and they came back and said that he was gone. And it was really hard for me when they brought him back into the room because he was lifeless. I was crying, it was a mess, and then my dad was with me. He was upset too.
I think that I was just more or less in shock, and then the second day, I think that it really started to hit me.
As a reminder, AP tests can be purchased in the SBO for $94. The deadline is March 14th. Our next story is about two 15-year-olds who met and started dating. However, having children for a couple is a big responsibility, yet without financial and parental support makes it extremely hard. Let's hear about how they made this all possible and how they are today.
I met your mother when I was 15 years old. It was my beginning of my sophomore year in high school, and we met through mutual friends that were dating. My first thoughts of mom were she was very pretty, she had a beautiful smile, and that's what caught my eye.
My first thoughts of dad was he's just another boy. I did not at first find him attractive, but because of his personality and who he was, I liked him for who he was. And within maybe a few months of talking, he did become my boyfriend.
I didn't know I was going to be dating my future wife at 15 years old. We were dating for about 3.5 years, and then when she was 19, we found out that she was pregnant.
Being pregnant was a complete shock. Say, holy crap, my whole life has just changed. You do wonder what the future holds for you. You're going to stay together and be together. You're still at a very young age. Telling my parents I was super scared and a big crybaby. They were not happy with me. They told me that I ruined my life and that my whole life has changed. But I was determined to not be a statistic. Your father and I did discuss our relationship and if we wanted to get married, and we knew that we both loved each other. It wasn't just we were dating and got pregnant.
March 23rd, 1998, we got married in Stockton at the courthouse. It wasn't no fancy wedding, couldn't afford that. And that was the start of our marriage. So on June 15th, 1998, I was working out at Grandpa's after work. And Mom gave me a call and said that her water had broken. Got super nervous. I thought I had everything together, but you know, when you get that call that, oh crap, here I am, I'm gonna be a dad. And then after that, you know, it's really quick.
However, for my mother, it was not very quick.
Very painful, very tiring. Xavier was 8 pounds, 10 ounces, and I did have him naturally. I wanted to go to sleep. I was done. So after Xavier was born, we had a discussion that we would like to buy a house and provide for our family. So the only way that we could do that is to move in with family, which we moved in with, and to save up for a house. We stayed there for a few months and purchased our first house at the age of 20.
Okay, so being 20 years old and having a house and a child, it's a big responsibility. You have to grow up fast. You know, there's no more hanging out with your friends and, you know, going and partying and doing all that kind of fun stuff, because you got to go to work so you can pay your mortgage. You got to go to work so that you can, you know, support your family. You know, so all that fun time gets pushed to the side, and when you're 20 years old, that's the kind of stuff that you want to do.
3 years later, we decided and we wanted to have another baby. So we had a planned pregnancy, which was my daughter, Janessa Mitchell, and she came on October 31st, 2001.
Was that your favorite?
She's my favorite daughter.
So now, on March 23rd of this year, we're going to be having our 20th anniversary.
We didn't go to college, and our son, that is 19 years old, Xavier Mitchell, is our first child, and he's in college.
He is studying to be a physical therapist, and he is the first Mitchell out of our family to go to college.
We've had our ups and downs. Life has not always been easy. There's a lot of decision making. There's a lot of teamwork. A lot of marriages don't make it 20 years, but here we are, and especially being high school sweethearts.
Very happy where I'm at now. I'm very proud of the 20 years and us being together and everything we've gone through, all the struggles, and it feels good when you look back and you think about it and you think about everything that you've overcome, you know, and everything that you've gone through, and you've done it as a team. You know, it's pretty cool.
Thanks, Janessa.
Well, that's it for today's JJTV. Thanks for tuning into this special edition.
I'm Jonah Barney.
And I'm Janessa Mitchell.
See you next week.